Before I started healing guts and shaking butts, my life was completely different and honestly pretty miserable. I had been struggling with GI issues for 9 years almost, and my stomach issues grew and grew and grew. And as that happened, the quality of my life declined significantly. So I have been to the best specialists at Mount Sinai in New York. Really, I had tried everything. My life was just not the way I wanted it to be, and I felt like there was nothing I could do to change it. Anytime I went to a new doctor, which I did all the time, just constantly trying to find different specialists who would hear me, would believe me, no one really got it, what I was going through, and I don't think they had the know-how of the correct testing that they needed to do to resolve my issues. You are really inflamed, and we can see that your stomach is distended every day, but this is just something you're gonna have to live with. It's just, IBS. It just completely changed. I stopped being able to wear jeans and any pants with buttons. And I, lost all of my energy, and I was sleeping like minimum of 10 hours a night and usually taking 3 to 4 hour naps during the day. So it was really hard to do anything outside of work. And I just knew that there had to be something that fixed it. One of the big clues for me was that before I got sick, I could eat anything I wanted. And then after I got sick, I stopped being able to eat eggs, and then I stopped being able to eat gluten, and then I stopped being able to eat dairy, and then I stopped being able to eat a lot of different types of vegetables and garlic and onion, and then most types of fruits. I was put on the FODMAP diet, but then it was more restricted than the FODMAP. And I had been on the FODMAP for like 7 or 8 years by the time I met Hannah, and it was just not the kind of life you want to live for yourself. I had been on 10 different prescriptions to try to fix the stomach stuff from some aspect. I was also getting really bad migraines to the point, actually, because I had had them my whole life, but they were very rare, like maybe once every couple of months or once a quarter. And then they were, getting to the point where they were multiple times a week. I had been on so many different prescriptions for them, and I was actually hospitalized for them because I passed out from the pain 2 weeks before I started healing guts and shaking butts. And I had been trying very diligently during all of this, almost decade to fix it. But they were the only ones that could fix it, and they did. Really, my life improved drastically during healing guts and shaking butts, but it really saw a lot of improvements afterwards too, as far as quality of life goes. So I am still working with Brooke because I think I was sicker for longer than a lot of other people. It went undiagnosed for so long that the parasites had been in my body all of this time that it just is requiring me to do extra work, but I'm happy to do it because I am so much better off. It makes me emotional to think about how much better my life is because of Brooke and Hannah. So now I am off 10 prescriptions. I don't take any prescription pills anymore, which feels amazing. I haven't had a migraine in 2 months, which is huge, and my periods are better than they have ever been. They used to be really heavy and really painful, and now they are just like a little blip in my month. They are not this big deal anymore. I have my energy back. I can eat pretty much whatever I want. I, had pasta, gluten-free I chose, but pasta with garlic and onion and mushrooms and spinach last night for dinner, and 2 years ago that would have been an impossibility. I have my energy back. I sleep a regular amount. I still like a nap, but I don't have to take a nap every day to get through the day. And I actually started grad school because I had wanted to do it for a while, but I knew that working full-time and doing grad school just wasn't really a possibility with my health situation. And now it is, and I'm thriving, and I feel like the quality of my life is that of a normal person now. I still don't like wearing pants with buttons, but I could if I wanted to. Just, for so long it became a preference to wear the kind with the waistbands. I think that the biggest joy in all of this is getting my freedom back. I love to travel, and I've been to 9 countries in the last 7 years, which I'm really grateful for. It's just my real passion. And I used to have to carry like this ridiculously sized medical kit with me because I never knew which restaurant would make me sick when we went abroad. And now I don't have to do that. I am able to just kind of live my life like a normal person, and I, will never take that for granted. One of the other biggest things that have changed in my life is the way I view myself and my body. I obviously used to be very frustrated with it, like why can't I just feel normal again? And now I look back on my body with gratitude and say, wow, she carried me through almost a decade of having parasites and candida, and she kept me going, and I'm grateful for her. And I now know that I can do anything I want to because my body will support me. I feel very in tune with my health and what I need to eat for my next meal, and my electrolyte levels, and I think that that is a huge gift as well. I'm just so grateful to the program. It was worth every penny. I'd paid a million times over if I knew that I was gonna have my life back like this. I didn't have expectations that it was going to work for me because I thought that the functional testing would be helpful, but I never thought that I would experience what I experience now, quality of life wise, because I just knew I had been sick for so long. And so I was like, other people might be like totally cured, but probably not me, but at least maybe I'll be better, And so I think that Hannah really challenged me to suspend my disbelief, and I'm glad that I did. I have had every traditional doctor that I have gone to tell me that this is something I'm going to have to live with my whole life, and I am so glad that they are wrong and that I proved them wrong. To me, it's a miracle. Also, one of the most amazing things is that I wake up in the morning and I don't go and check to see what my stomach looks like, to kind of know what kind of a day it's going to be like with my stomach. I would just encourage anyone who is thinking about doing this that it is worth it. You will succeed by putting your full effort into it, even on the hard days. That's not to say that you have to be perfect, because that was something that I was nervous about, was making sure I was eating 100% perfectly all of the time. But I think if you try to go for a majority doing what you're supposed to be doing and you really listen to what they have to say, then you'll be in an excellent place. The road to progress is not linear. There will be difficult days when your body is struggling to adjust to a new supplement, but when you get through the struggle days, what's on the other side is true happiness. I would just encourage everyone to take this leap into the program, and I hope that it helps you as much as it helps me, that I know that it will. I'm excited for everyone that makes this journey.